What's going on, Alabama fans? We are back for our Overreaction Sunday video. So we're going to go out there and we're going to take some reactions from social media, from our live chat, from our watch party last night. And we're going to take some of the overreactions and we're going to just kind of discuss, whether they're overreactions, whether they're not overreactions, whether they're fair, anything like that. Alabama won 73 to nothing against Louisiana Monroe last night in just an absolutely dominating fashion. Your quarterbacks last night were incredible. They went 29 for 33, 371 total passing yards and 7 touchdowns. These guys just absolutely went out there and balled against a team that they should have gone out there and balled against. So I want to hear from you guys down in the comments section. What is your one-word reaction to Alabama's win against Louisiana Monroe last night? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section of today's show. Dominating is probably my one-word reaction, but I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section of today's video. All right, my first overreaction here is Kevin Riley is running back 2 for this team. I don't think this is a overreaction one bit here. Every single time Kevin Riley gets in the game for Alabama, he brings a different kind of juice to this offense. And, it's not like I don't like Richard Young or I don't like Daniel Hill. Just, in the first couple of games of the season, Kevin Riley has been the guy that has gone out there and, taken advantage of his opportunities out there. Had 11 carries for 69 yards. Didn't have a touchdown, but every single time he gets an opportunity to go out there, he goes out there and takes advantage of it, and he absolutely balls. So, Jam Miller is obviously going to be running back 1. Hopefully we can get him back with that Wisconsin game. If not, I would assume he's going to be back there for that Georgia game. But as of right now, man, Kevin Riley is the lead back for this Alabama team. So, talking about Jam Miller being running back 1, is Kevin Riley going to be running back 2 for Alabama this season? Let me know what you guys think down at the pinned comment of today's video. Type Y for yes or N for no. Get down there and let me know what you guys think. Is Kevin Riley running back 2 for Alabama this season? Overreaction number 2, the future is bright. This is not an overreaction at all. Let's just start with the quarterbacks here. Austin Mack went 8 for 10, 80 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Keelan Russell went 4 for 6, 65 yards passing and 2 touchdowns as well. A.K. Deer, 5 carries, 76 yards, had that long of 56 for a touchdown. You look at other guys. Latsier Brooks had 4 receptions for 58 yards. Didn't have a touchdown, but I thought he went out there and played really, really, well as well. QB Reese, he had a fumble recovery as well. This team played really, really good. Drake Kirkpatrick Jr., he went out there and balled on the defensive side of the ball. Yes, he did get ejected in the second half. He's going to have to miss the first half of that Wisconsin game next week. But you just look up and down the roster. I thought Steve Boomwa played really well. Ivan Taylor played really well. The future is really bright. Dijon Lee, he had that really, really big hit, towards the end of the game as well. So, you go out there and this Alabama coaching staff is recruiting at a very, very high level. Top 5 right now, I believe it is, in the recruiting rankings. Last year, that 2025 class, they were top 3 in the recruiting rankings. Look, you can feel how you want to feel about this Alabama coaching staff, but the talent that they are continuing to bring into this team, London Simmons as well. Let me not forget London Simmons. He went out there, and he was your starting nose tackle for Alabama in this ball game, and I thought he played really well as well. So, in the near future, this Alabama team, the talent is still going to be there. The big question is this coaching staff going to be able to take advantage of that talent? I guess time is just going to tell on that front. All right, we'll continue with some overreactions here in just a second. But if you guys need some new Alabama gear, you can get this quarter zip today for only $45. It is currently on sale for 50% off. Just go to chatsports.com/BamaQTRZip. Put that link down in the description of today's show, the pinned comment of today's show. There should also be a little clickable link over there in the corner of your screen as well. Overreaction number 3. We're actually not that bad. this is not a overreaction at all. You look at what Florida State did yesterday in their game. They won like 73-3 or something like that. That's a completely different Florida State team than they were last year with that 2-10 team. What do they have? Like 25 transfers come in. Most of those guys were, seniors or fifth-year seniors. And look, you just got outplayed in week one. And, at the end of the day, this was Louisiana Monroe. And you should have gone out there and beat them 73-0. But I genuinely just don't think this team is that bad. Now, you do have some more big games coming down the stretch. Wisconsin might not be the best team. You have them at home next week, and then you have a bye week. Then you have Georgia on the road. You have to go play Auburn on the road. You have to play South Carolina on the road. You have a very, very talented LSU and Oklahoma teams coming to play you at home. So while I don't really think Alabama's really that bad compared to how everybody was reacting, including myself after last week's loss, I think this is a really, really good Alabama team, and I thought they showed more passion. I thought they showed more energy, and I thought that defense was really, really flying around last night. So I don't think this is an overreaction at all. I think last week it wasn't a fluke. I thought Florida State definitely outplayed Alabama last week, but this team is not as bad as a lot of people were really acting after that week one loss. Make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Alabama Football Report. We'll continue to be live for every single Alabama football game. We'll have our reaction videos. We'll also keep you updated on any news, rumors, injury news. Very good positive thing as well. Alabama got out of that game yesterday with no injuries, so that's a really good thing. We'll continue to keep you guys updated on all things Alabama news. Join us right here at the Alabama Football Report. Hit that sub button for me right now. Overreaction number 3. A.K. Deer, running back 3 right now. I would say probably not, but this kid is absolutely, he's really, really good. I don't know what else to say about that. He had 5 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown in this game. And, while I still think that, he's a really good running back, but I still do think that, Richard Young and Daniel Hill are still going to be up there for Alabama in that running back room. I'm very pleased with what A.K. Deer did for Alabama last night. Had that massive carry for 56 yards, broke multiple touchdowns to take it to the house. I'm very excited about A.K. Deer. Our producer here, Aiden, was also, kind of comparing him to a guy like Alvin Kamara. And, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the comparison as, he continues into his career, but damn. A.K. Deer looked really, really good. Is he running back 3 for Alabama behind Jam Miller and Kevin Riley? I don't quite buy it quite yet, but, man, he looked really, really good last night. So pick a running back 3 for me. I think, obviously you have Jam Miller as running back 1. I personally think you also have Kevin Riley is going to be running back 2. Who's going to be running back 3? Type DH for Daniel Hill, type RY for Richard Young, or AK for A.K. Deer. I don't necessarily, think A.K. Deer is running back 3 right now, but damn, he looked really, really good last night for the Crimson Tide. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section of today's video. Overreaction number 5, and this is one that I had as my takeaway from that game last night. It doesn't matter. I think this is an overreaction for right now. After thinking about it a little bit, it doesn't necessarily not matter. It does matter. You went out there and you absolutely dominated a team that you were supposed to dominate. You could have went out there and you could have looked like Florida. They ended up losing to South Florida yesterday. You could have looked like, Clemson in the first half of that game against Troy yesterday. They were losing. They ended up winning that game, but, they definitely could have lost that game. I think they were down 17-3 at halftime in that game, and Alabama never wavered. They never showed any type of slowing down in this game. You ended up getting the shutout 73-0. So it doesn't matter. After thinking about it, I kind of think that is an overreaction. I do think that performance last night for Alabama does matter because you could have gone out there. You could have seen that, look, this is a Louisiana Monroe team that isn't very good. You could have let them score, 21, points in this game or something like that, whatever, you want to call it. Their quarterbacks were, you shut them down. You had an interception. They went 10 for 18 with only 55 yards. on the ground. They had 32 carries for only 93 yards in this game. I thought Alabama played really good in a game that they were supposed to play really, really good. So at the end of the day, it does matter that Alabama went out there and they dominated in that game, 73-0 against Louisiana Monroe. Are they going to go up in the rankings? I don't know. I don't really care at the end of the day. I just want Alabama to continue to play up to the standard like they did in this ball game. We'll see what happens next week against Wisconsin. They're coming to town. You should go out there, and they're not a very good team either. You should go out there and blow them out in week 3 as well.